What's up, boys and girls?
What is going down?
Welcome back to episode 28. I said that very confidently. I actually not quite sure.
20.
I think we're getting close to 30. That's all I know.
It's 29.
I think
it's definitely 29.
29?
It's 1000%. I remember making 28 thumbnail.
I think literally every episode starts with us going welcome and then me trying to remember what episode it's on. You always know which one it is. It's just
I'm just on top of it like that, you know?
It.
It's all right. But, oh my goodness, welcome back. We are so glad you're here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's always very fun.
Yeah.
It's, frequent as we like to upload,
Yeah, dude. A Blue Moon podcast.
Blue Moon podcast.
But, yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Anything before we just dive right into what we got?
Yeah, because we just kind of have stuff ready to go.
We usually have stuff ready,
but we usually warm it up with something.
Pause.
Yeah.
This setup is 2 times in a row.
First, that's a first, right?
That's got to be a first. That's got to be a first.
Good point. We're rocking with the couch setup again. I don't know how much the camera can see of the posters or whatever, but we got the posters.
We got posters. Yeah, I think you should be able to see more of the posters now. I don't know.
Hey, either way.
Who knows, but...
You could see them better in person if you join us for an episode, whoever is watching. So,
dude,
think about that. We haven't had a guest for a while.
What if we had a guest? What if we had a live audience?
We got plenty of space, man. We can,
Dude, we could honestly, if we put the couch right there, and then put the camera right here, and just put up chairs right here, we could do a whole live show.
Seriously.
We could just have a little cult.
I really want to get a soundboard for the podcast,
We'll get a soundboard. We'll get we'll get like a DJ, like a host.
Bro.
Like we are the hosts, but we'll get like a host to the hosts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We can get like a Jamie too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like a I'm messing with that.
That's gold.
Tryouts will be hosted March 14th.
Yeah. We'll have a little talent show and an audition to become.
DM us on the socials if you're interested. If you're good on computers, that'd be cool. If you're also good at editing videos, or if you want to learn, that'd help out too, because I'm kind of tired of doing it.
Yeah, if you just want to take a few weeks, learn to edit, we won't pay you anything, but you can out of the grace in your heart.
You can be you can be the third member of the Trap Turnover team.
That's your compensation. I mean, that's better than money, man.
The third of what is soon going to be a multi-million person network.
Yeah.
And we're just going to be global at that point.
Exactly.
And it's going to be because of your help, future Jamie.
Future Jamie.
Whoever you are. It could be you. We want you.
We want you.
Man, anything else?
How you been?
Dude, I've been so busy.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's so fun. Yeah. But, I've actually been pretty good lately.
That's good,
I've actually been pretty good. I've been taking my pills. I've been chilling, man.
Doing good, man.
How about yourself?
Doing all right as well, man.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Work's going all right?
Work's going fine, man. Just ready to...
We both been just grinding.
On the grind, man.
That's what we do.
You know what it's about.
That's what we do. Grind, and then we pump these podcasts out for you.
Well, yeah, we're pumping them out like once or 2 months, man. Like that's that consistency. Nah, but for real, man.
It's
good to get in, you know.
I know what you're saying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about ready to kick things off with a little bit
Where do you want to start, man?
A little bit of music talk.
Classic music talk. I like starting with music.
Yeah.
I cannot talk right now.
That's all right.
I just made a weird noise. I said music.
Yeah, it was a
right there.
It is what it is.
That's embarrassing.
So bad. But anywho, what we were kind of talking about before we got rolling. There's not really a whole much. That's new. A whole much. There's not a whole much new music out.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Really. There was a Corday album that dropped a little bit ago. That was I listened to it a lot because I was interested in it. I wanted to give that to our fans. And
I only listened to it once. So
suck.
that's my bad. But I liked it.
It was actually it was really good. I'd recommend it.
You know.
It was really good.
Yeah.
You should have listened to it more.
Okay, I will. I like Corday.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's a pretty good rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know much about Corday?
YBN Corday.
That's not even his name anymore.
You're right. You dropped YBN.
Do you know who his girlfriend is?
Yeah. Actually, I do. It's the tennis player girl. She's like the GOAT.
Yeah. I don't know her name, but I knew she was
something.
Yeah. I knew she was the tennis player girl.
That's pretty sick.
We knew the Corday tree.
Look at us. We know Corday.
Look at us. But yeah, dude, the album was actually really good, so I definitely recommend that.
Yeah.
But other than that, we were kind of talking about a few fellas in particular that kind of have like this similar contribution to the rap game these days.
Sure.
And it's like they're kind of bringing back like this older kind of like this classic, not like kind of like what we said, not really like boom bap, but like kind of like just blueprint rap almost.
Yeah. It's kind of got like that old school feel, but it's not.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's not really. I would almost say like it's kind of its own subgenre in a way. But yeah, well, we're talking about Fred Gibbs and I already forgot his name. Benny the Butcher.
Benny the Butcher, and
all those Griselda guys.
All those guys.
Alchemist is the producer who hits a lot of their tracks.
Yeah, he's like low-key the backbone.
But I mean, they're both artists that were kind of under our radar for a while. But at least for me, I don't know about you, but recently I've been listening to Freddie Gibbs a lot.
He's been coming up a lot in my playlist.
Yeah, same honestly. But Benny the Butcher, I like him too. I need to explore his music more. But I mean, both of them just have like some nice classic bars to them. You know, I don't know how to describe it, man. This kind of is just a feel good, like old school feel. You know?
Yeah, it's like it's almost kind of like late 90s. Like it kind of sounds a little bit like Nas almost, like when he started popping off.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like it's kind of hard to explain. Like you just kind of have to like listen to it to like hear it and understand it. It's like a really I would say it's a really mature version of rap. Like
like
not in like a
mumble rap sucks.
Not in like a adult cocky way, like old man, you know what I'm saying?
Like an old angry.
No, but it's like a
spiritual miracle.
Exactly. It's not that, but it's like it's like it's like that, but aged like fine wine.
Yeah. It's like a, you know, if you're ever getting tired of just listening to the standard stuff, which I love the standard stuff, but you know, it gets overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
And I just want to kick back, listen to. The beats are so like relaxing
in
a weird way.
They're more like a loop kind of.
Yeah, exactly. The samples they use, the drums are really low key, and you just hear some nice bars, man. Like
really nice bars.
It's different.
It's poetry.
It is. That's a great way to put it.
But yeah, that's kind of who we've been messing with a little bit recently, as far as rap and trap and stuff like that.
We've mostly in this podcast really only covered like what's hot, you know, with music and like trap music, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the current stuff we like, but we never really have talked about like this style. So to anybody listening, check out Freddie Gibbs or Benny the Butcher, both fire. Or anybody in Griselda's like Benny the Butcher's group. Westside Gun, Combo Machine.
Yeah.
Alchemist, the producer, all fire. So if you just want to try something different with I cannot talk, dude. with hip hop. Then try those guys.
Yeah. Give it a little shot.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
NBA time.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it's just time to go in the NBA. We just wanted to talk some music because it's tradition, right? Yeah. So it wasn't much music, right?
Not a whole lot.
It's kind of short. It's just kind of dry right now, but like it's trap turnover. We gotta have a bit of trap.
But when the music is popping, you know we're on top of it. Like
facts.
You know that. Yeah.
But I mean, we've really just been eager to talk some ball because that's what's been going crazy right now. Yeah. Because
it's interesting.
Anybody who's been slightly following the NBA knows like the trade deadline is this Thursday. And that means up until that point, teams are still eligible to trade before, there's that gap from then till free agency.
Yep.
So a lot of teams make last-second deals. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of people moving around.
Buzz.
Exactly. And, we are unfortunately fans of the Portland Trailblazers. And they have stirred up the pot a bit, you could say.
They just spilled the pot.
Spilled it. Just like the Kevin spilling all the chili, dude.
Kevin spilled the chili. Yep.
Yeah, man, it's not been great. Where do we start? I mean, we got our interim GM, Joe Cronin. Hate that guy. We got Jody Allen as the owner. It's just a bad front office, right? So I guess to sum it up, if you haven't been following it, we traded Norman Powell and Robert Covington for some trash on the Clippers. Eric Bledsoe. Justice Winslow, he seems cool. And Keon Johnson, apparently he's got a crazy vert. That's all I know about.
He was insane in high school.
I know he has the record for highest vertical in draft combine history. 48 inches.
Oh my god!
So I don't really care.
Wait, is that 4 feet?
Yes, he can jump.
Oh my
4 feet.
gosh!
So if he's not good at basketball, I'm at least excited to see him throw down some crazy oops.
Oh my gosh!
Blazers low-key do have the dunker squad, though, if you think about it.
Yeah,
so
they
that's
do.
one thing that's exciting. Him and Anthony on the floor together should be fun.
Yeah, I missed that.
So I do mess with that. That being said, it was still a robbery on our behalf, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Clippers, they fleeced us, is what I'm trying to say. They got some good stuff. We only got...
Once again, because remember, they took Mo Harkless from us, too.
Who did we get? Was it a trade, or did he just leave us? I don't remember.
We got, picks.
It's something like that. But, we only got a second-round draft pick out of that trade, which is crazy, because Norman Powell, at the very least, should be worth a first.
Yeah.
It pretty much got confirmed. The reason we did that was just to dump salary and try to... I'm not too familiar with, all the salary terms and whatnot, but they were saying, we're trying to stay under the luxury tax is what they call it. Essentially, our owner is greedy, and she wants to save money, and that's pretty much why this trade happened. So
yeah,
it kind of sucks. The Blazers' whole management is just going through it right now. We're kind of the laughing stock of the NBA, us and the Kings. So yeah, everything's just kind of going to hell right now, and it sucks, man. We're in pain. It's not fun.
No, it's not. It's just a roller coaster that just keeps going and going and going and going, and it's not a very fun roller coaster.
And that's just the first half. Today, CJ McCollum, man. You said 9 years, right?
9 years,
man. CJ McCollum and Larry Nance, who I actually messed with Larry Nance. We only had him for a few months, but I like that guy, man.
Yeah, he did all right with us.
Yeah. Larry Nance and CJ gone for Josh Hart, Sadaransky, some other guy in a potentially first round pick.
Yeah.
So that trade, in my opinion, is definitely not as much of a robbery as the Norman Powell, Robert Covington one.
Not that bad.
Still not amazing. CJ is a great player. You'd obviously want maybe another player in return that could also average 20 points a game, but he's overpaid. He's got a big salary. It would be wishful thinking to think we could get Ben Simmons or Jeremy Grant or Siakam for him. So at this point, I'll take it because we do have a potential first round pick from the Pelicans. We only get it this year if they're within. Did you see that? If the Pelicans are within 5 to 15 range, then we get the pick. But if they're anything higher or lower, then it goes to either them or the Hornets. So it's some weird thing. I don't know how it works, but so we want the Pelicans to finish in a place where they have a top 5 to 15 pick, and then we get it for this year. Otherwise, we get it later in the future.
Okay.
If that's how I understood it, at least. I don't know.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So if they do get the 6th pick or whatever, that's amazing for us. So in that way, it's a W. But if not, then it kind of sucks. But I mean, I like Josh Hart.
What's gonna happen to us? It's
the
Blazers.
Yeah, you already know what's gonna happen, dude. So, but Josh Hart is a good return. I like him. He's
Yeah, I
a
mess
good
with Josh
defender.
Hart a lot, actually.
Yeah,
He's a hustler. Was he a sixth man of the year? He was either that or maybe like a defensive.
I
Maybe
know
not.
he might have. Maybe he was a all defensive team one year. I'm not
Something
sure.
like that. I don't know.
But he is a good defender from what I know.
Yeah.
So I like having that. That's a player, the type of player the Blazers desperately need. But as for all the other guys, I expect. We got like a couple days before the deadline. I really think our GM's gonna make at least one more trade. Trying to get rid of because we have too many guards. I saw we have about 9 guards out of the 15 players on our team. So
Yeah.
I think our GM needs to try to flip like Eric Bledsoe. As much as I love him, maybe Dennis Smith Jr. or Ben McLemore.
I thought they did.
Really already. I think we still have him. I thought.
No, I'm tripping. It wasn't him.
But Bledsoe, Dennis Smith, or McLemore, one or the other, and then maybe like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like try to flip some guards
Yeah.
to get maybe some sort of forward back.
Something big.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Like someone big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think that's what we really need right now.
I heard
Because
we're still talking, even after the CJ trade, I heard we're still talking with the Pistons about Jeremy Grant, who's been a bucket for them. So he's like just a classic 3-and-D type player. So
Interesting.
I would kill for him, but I don't know if we can get him. We'll see.
yeah.
But
Goodness.
that's a potential. Otherwise, if we just dump these guys and just free up some salary and get some random young player in return, I won't be too mad. Just
Yeah.
because I don't really want Bledsoe right now.
And that's honestly probably one of the safer things we could do right now
Yeah.
anyway.
It seems like that's the move they're trying to make is free up as much salary and then try to go crazy in free agency this year. So,
Yeah.
before we completely clown Joe Cronin, even though he did make some kind of weird trades, he could redeem himself this summer if he makes some big plays and gets some guys in Portland. I'll take back my statements, but
Yeah. It's definitely not over. It's
yeah, true. So yeah, that's kind of where it's been right now.
Yeah.
Some other moves that have happened was the Kings traded for Sabonis on the Pacers. You saw that?
What?
Yeah, but they traded Halliburton, who's that guard they drafted like a year ago. He was like their best player this year. He was even
Really?
playing better than De'Aaron. So Kings fans are pissed that they already traded him. They traded him and Buddy Hield and maybe somebody else and got back.
Wait, hold up.
Sabonis.
Something's not right.
Oh shit! Is there no audio on this? No, there is audio. Oh, that scared me for a second. Was it not popping up on
No.
Which one is that? Okay, I think we're good.
No, we're good.
I think it just looks weird.
What the hell?
I almost was so sad for a second. I thought it didn't record any of that. Well, anyways.
Anywho.
Kings traded. They got Sabonis,
Yeah.
which, that's a great player, but they might have given up too much for him. But,
Yeah.
we will see. But I think a lot of Kings fans are sad from what I saw. So,
Yeah.
so that's honestly, I'm kind of glad that they're getting clowned on too, so it's not just the Blazers.
Yeah.
But it's been tough.
Yeah.
And then, Sixers have really been talking with the Nets about trying to get Harden too. You've been hearing about that?
Yeah.
They're kind of trying to force the Nets' hand right now because Harden is a free agent this summer. So they're trying to trade for him right now to swap like Ben Simmons and something else for him and like Seth Curry.
Yeah. That's what I saw. Yeah.
Otherwise, the Nets could just let Harden walk for nothing this summer. So they're in a tough position where do they risk trying to keep Harden, assuming he wants to stay? Or do they trade him now and for sure get something in return? Because he could just stay now and then leave in the summer and they get nothing. So it's a tough predicament. So either way, the Sixers might be set up for something good because they could potentially get him before Thursday.
Oh boy.
Or maybe Harden wants to stay. That's for the Nets. That's best case scenario. He wants to stay and then nothing happens. Or they don't trade him now and then he walks in free agency and the Nets are just left with nothing. So they're in a tough spot because they might want to just make the trade just to get something back,
Yeah. Jeez, man. Imagine Harden and Joel Embiid.
I think that's a contender.
Oh my goodness. Like that's one of those where it's like I hardly question if that's going to work. Like I just feel like there's no way that's not going to work. Because if you think of what they both do, like on the floor, like it's similar, but Embiid does it bigger and in the paint, and Harden does it smaller, faster, out in a three, kind of. Like,
and Harden's an elite playmaker too. So that's gonna be like.
That's what I was gonna say. They're such facilitators too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna average a combined like 30 free throws a game too.
Oh my gosh,
everybody be hacking Embiid, and then obviously Harden. So.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
I endorse that trade, dude. I want to see it happen, man.
That would be cool.
That would be good for the league.
Spice things up on the East too. That'd be.
It's like Harden. It seems like he's kind of frustrated with the Nets too. Like
it doesn't seem like
the
that's
big three. They're not a good team. Like,
no.
KD's always injured. Kyrie plays like half the games, and then Harden is just out there trying to carry a bunch of bums every night. So like, if he wants to dip, like, I won't hold it against him. I know Harden gets a lot of hate, but I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I just kind of want to see the guy win a ring. You know.
Yeah.
So you do what you got to do. If you got to go to the Sixers, play with Embiid, then I co-sign that. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah, I second that too. Oh my gosh.
So we'll see how that plays out. I personally don't think he will be traded at the deadline. I don't know what's going to happen though. I just think there's not enough time. I don't know if they can make something work.
I don't think so either. He's too valuable of a player.
Yeah.
I think he's got too much stock.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Definitely an interesting situation though.
Oh, for sure, man. But I'm in like a weird spot now where like I'm gonna start probably paying more attention to teams like the Clippers and Pelicans now that they got Norman Powell and CJ. Like, it's just like I'm glad CJ's gone just for the sake of like it had to happen just because him and Dame don't fit together well.
Mm-hmm. That was a rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, but man, it hurts, dude. It hurts.
It hurts real deep too.
He's a legend, man.
He's a legend. I'm glad I got to meet him, dude. That was crazy.
You met him?
Yeah, me and Tyler met him.
I thought you met Dame. You met CJ?
I met Dame too.
You met both of them? When did you meet CJ?
He did a pop-up at Index.
What?
This was a while ago. You were busy. We invited you. You were definitely busy because no, on
Could've
God,
met
you were
CJ,
busy.
dude?
No, you were like, I'm pretty sure you were in like Arizona or something.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely in Arizona. You're definitely like out of Oregon. Yeah.
Damn, dude.
That's tough.
And you guys had a picture with him, right?
Yeah, we dapped him up too. It was tough. Yeah. Yeah.
That's exciting, man.
Oh well.
You met two Blazer legends, dude. That's pretty hype.
But like he'll be back in P-Town. We'll meet him.
Yeah.
We'll see CJ
He'll be on the
again.
podcast.
We'll
dude.
get him on the pod. Come on now. Who do you think we are?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
It's tough. It hurts. But
Yeah, it does. But I think he, new team, new opportunity. He might go over and go crazy.
I think he's gonna
man.
really do something cool.
And like it's cool because like I'm definitely gonna watch him play now.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely gonna be someone I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, facts.
Because he's never been on like another team, so it's like
weird.
That's
And he has if you think about it, he has a great shot at being an all-star now since he's in the East. Wait, no, the Pelicans are in the West, aren't they?
yeah.
Tripping.
I definitely
East,
no, I know they're like
Isn't New Orleans like literally on the East Coast, like low key?
they're in like Louisiana, right?
That's like closer to Florida
That's on
than it is,
that's on the other side of Texas.
Why are they a Western Conference team? That makes no sense.
That's the dumbest thing
know.
I've ever heard. They're literally in the
Pisses
Gulf
me
of
off, man.
Mexico,
Yeah.
which is connected to the East Coast. They're separated by the
facts.
by the Panama Canal. You know what I'm saying?
Geography, baby.
Geography.
But honestly, I've never realized that. Why are the Pelicans in the West? That's weird. But
That's
anyways,
the dumbest thing I ever heard.
either way, he's on a new team.
Move the Pelicans back to Seattle. Let's have some supersonic.
Pelicans.
have
That
an
was the
interesting-
Thunder who was Seattle.
I know, but like I'm saying,
you said move
Like I don't mind
I get you, I
having
get
the
you.
Thunder and OKC. Like that's they can have their little basketball
I
team.
get you. Yeah, Pelicans.
Louisiana. Who needs a basketball team? in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
All right.
Well, what else, man?
You had some.
Oh, dude, I've been going through my GM phase, dude, because I was just working today, and I was like spending like at least an hour just brainstorming. Like, if I'm the Blazers GM right now, what am I trying to do, man? This is the best case scenario, dude.
I'm ready.
And I don't know shit about salaries, so this might not work at all. But all right. What was my first move? So we got rid of CJ. Okay, we'll start with Plan A, dude. Plan A is that we want to keep Damian Lillard and rebuild around him, and that's what the organization looks like they want to do, opposed to just trading him straight up. So here's the move, man. It has to be best case scenario. So assuming the Blazers continue to tank this season, let's say we end up with like a top 3 pick. That's very wishful thinking, I know, but it's possible. It's still possible at this point if we just ask for the rest of the season, right? So that has to happen.
Yeah.
The Pelicans have to end up in that top 5 to 15 thing I was talking about. Both of those have to happen, all right? So the Blazers trade. I was really thinking about this. We trade Nurkic and that the Pelicans pick to the Raptors for OG Anunoby and their center and maybe like a draft pick, right? Because I've heard the Raptors
Their center Vucevic?
No, they haven't got Vucevic. It's this other guy. It might be Baines. Which one? I should know their center. I mean, I'm the GM in this scenario, so that's on me.
On the Raps?
Yes.
It's
Who's their center?
not Siakam. It's
I should know this, man.
Who is it?
I just watched them play against Charlotte.
I just assumed it was. This is already bad because like I had this whole trade simulated, and I don't even know who their center is.
So be it.
No. I'm about to
So
find
be
out.
it.
I'm about to find out. Look at this. Oh, they had Siakam playing center the other day? What the hell? Okay, clearly they don't have the center I thought they still had, so this might botch my plan.
They had someone else that was going off.
They used to have, it was Valanciunas, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was Valanciunas.
But he's not there anymore, so that kind of messes up my plan, dude. But I wanted... Okay, we'll just say whatever their backup center is, dude, and OG Anunoby. Anunoby's underrated, bro. He averages 19 a game.
Yeah.
He's a lockdown defender, and he can score well. And I was thinking about him, like, the Raptors don't need a guy like him because they already got their forwards locked in. They got Scotty Barnes and Siakam. Like, they need a big man. I've heard a lot of Raptors say they want Nurkic, too. Like, he fits their timeline well, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, if they already have good 3-and-D guard or forwards, like, who can score and do it on both ends, like in Siakam and Barnes, they don't need Anunoby. So we hit them with Nurkic, that Pelicans pick, that's great value for the Raptors. You want that. And then we get maybe their backup big man plus OG Anunoby, maybe like a second round pick in there, right? Okay, so that's step 1, right?
Okay.
And keep in mind, we still have the top 3 pick in this scenario, right?
Yes.
We take that, we draft Jabari Smith. I don't know if you've seen him, bro.
I've heard of him.
He's like a 6'10 forward who low-key got like a KD fadeaway in the mid-range.
Really?
Blocks shots, gets rebounds. Like
Who's he on?
What team is he on? Arkansas? I have no clue. It's something Alabama. I don't know
Something.
what team.
Yeah. Okay.
He's nice. If
Okay.
not him, Paolo is this one guy. He's on Duke. He's like
Oh,
60.
I heard of
He's
that
nice
guy.
too.
Yeah.
Either one of those two, just to be our power forward.
Yeah.
Right? We get one of those guys. Fire, right? And then here's this one is we have to get lucky on this, but DeAndre Ayton is a restricted free agent this summer. And
Interesting.
we've got a lot of cap space, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you know how restricted free agency works, but that's where if a team offers a contract, the team who has that player has to match it or else they lose him.
Oh.
So there's no point in not trying to go for him, right? And if we had already traded Nurkic at this point, we needed a good center. So we throw everything at Ayton, try to max him.
So
And
they would have to match
The
it.
Suns would have to match it, and I think they would. So that's the unfortunate thing. I think they would because they want to keep him. Either way, we're screwing over the
I
Suns.
don't even know if they're dying to keep him.
Well, they
though.
didn't try to max him last year, which a lot of people were clowning on them because people thought they should have.
Yeah.
But they didn't last year, so there's, maybe a chance they wouldn't want to do it again this year. So either way, say they do max him, then we just made one of our rivals in the Western Conference overspend on a player, which is great.
Yeah.
Just for everybody. Screws them a bit. If not, we get DeAndre Ayton. I mean, that's baller, right?
That's not bad for the Blazers.
Then you have a starting lineup of Damian Lillard, and plus, this is forgetting all the potential players we could pick up in free agency too, because there's way more potential there. And I haven't thought about that, but starting lineup: Dame Lillard, Anthony Simons, or you could bring Anthony off the bench and start like Josh Hart for added defense. But I think I would start Anthony for the scoring.
Yeah, I would too.
You got OG Anunoby at the 3,
Okay.
Jabari Smith at the 4, DeAndre Ayton at the 5. Off the bench, you have, say we keep either Macklemore or Dennis Smith Jr., one of those guys. We have that new guy with the 48-inch vertical.
Yeah.
He can come off the bench.
Yeah.
We got Nasir Little. We got, in this scenario, whatever the Raptors backup center is that we traded for.
Yeah.
With Anunoby.
Okay, yeah.
So we got a good backup center. We got that Trendon Watford guy who's been great off the bench for us. I don't know if you've been paying attention to him. He's a bucket. And whoever else we can pick up in free agency, we'll run it back the next year.
I mess with that. Like,
that's a baller team.
Like that's not a bad scenario.
Very wishful thinking.
That's plan A.
Plan B is we trade Damian Lillard.
Whoa.
We do everything I described.
Those are almost forbidden words.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We do it. Okay. The only thing that changes is just Dame in this plan. We still get Anunoby, all of that, but we trade Damian Lillard for either Jaylen Brown on the Celtics. He's 6'7", great defender. He
All-star.
is almost low-key almost as good as Tatum. Like him and Tatum don't. I'm convinced they don't work that well because they're two similar positions.
Yeah.
And Brown is the second option to Tatum when he's low-key almost as good as him. Like and you've seen it. Like the Celtics lose every year. I just don't think it's.
And
the
he's
right
a
pairing.
dog too.
Yeah, he's a dog. So and maybe they include. I don't know. I don't think they include Marcus Smart. They might be giving up too much there. But if we can get him, somebody else, maybe throw in another guy with Dame. First off, that puts Dame with Tatum, which is a contender. That team cooks, dude. That's the teammate Tatum needs, right? Right. As much as I hate the Celtics, I would have to become a fan of them just to watch Dame. But so there's that, right? We get Jaylen Brown. And then you Anthony is the starting point guard. Then you got Jaylen Brown, Anunoby, Jabari Smith, DeAndre Ayton, dude.
That'd be such a...
That team...
That'd be insane
that team
if that was Portland.
Yeah. I mean, that team probably immediately goes to the playoffs, but I bet in 3 years that team wins a ring. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm just saying.
Spicy hell right now, dog. That's a spicy ass take.
Hey, but realistically, what's going to happen, though, is the Blazers aren't going to get the top 3 pick. We're going to get, like, number 11 or something.
Yeah.
We're going to draft a big white center who gets injured his first year.
Out of, like, Zaga or something.
We're going to try to get Ayton, but the Suns are going to match, so we end up with some garbage. And we're not going to get, like, Anunoby. We're going to get, like, I don't know, some ass, dude. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go that well. But that's best case scenario.
You know, I appreciate your deep thinking.
Thank you,
your deep
dude.
thought in
really
this. That was, like,
it.
that's insanely thorough.
Alternatively, actually, another one was trade Damian to the Nuggets for Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter. Ooh.
But they're both injured, so
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But fully healthy, those guys would make us a great.
That would be gnarly.
Yes. So I don't
Would
know.
you trade Damian Lillard for Ja Morant?
Yeah, but the Grizzlies wouldn't accept it, dude.
They would never. Well,
he's just too old.
No. Yeah, Dame's too old and Ja is too young right now.
I mean, Dame when healthy is still better than Ja, in my opinion. Right now.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Ja's been great. Don't get me wrong, but it's the same way that like a lot of teams with young superstars who aren't as good as Dame still wouldn't trade for him just because he's 31 and
Obviously.
and he just had surgery. But my theory is I think he's going to come back better than ever after this surgery.
You think so?
Like, he's been going through it for years, like having that abdominal
Oh
pain.
yeah.
And for all, maybe I was thinking about it, and it kind of lines up with when he stopped dunking. You know how you used to dunk all the time?
yeah.
Like 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
he kind of stopped. That's
Yep.
when, supposedly, that's when that injury first started coming around. So
Like right when he started boxing.
yes. Right when we started boxing. I heard the boxing theory, apparently. I hate it, dude.
I know. Oh,
But he said he's feeling great, like already
That's good.
after it.
That's really
so
good.
Maybe he comes back and he's just feeling amazing and bouncy.
Yeah, dude.
And
That'd
just
be
has
sick.
an MVP season. Dude. That's what I'm hoping, dude.
Breaks the 2K cover curse. Come
For
on.
real.
Ugh.
So that's-
Man,
yeah.
oh man.
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
Well,
I wanted to ask you. Well, do you have any other things you want to talk about? Were you thinking of kind of closing?
not really. No.
Okay. Well, I was gonna. I think we've talked about this a bit already this season, but it changes so much. I just want to know, who do you think is going to be the finals matchup this year? Because there's a lot of choices you could go with, in my opinion.
There's a
I don't know. Like there's a few teams, obviously. But like honestly, kind of what I'm thinking right now. And I saw someone, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because I saw someone break it down on like Twitter or something.
Yeah.
And they just made it make a
sense.
lot of sense. Yeah. And so I'm like, oh yes. But like Memphis is like literally like a very strong contender right now.
Oh, yeah.
A very strong contender. Memphis and on the East, they were looking at like who was it? Charlotte somehow.
The Hornets?
Yeah.
You sure you're not thinking of the Cavs?
Yeah, the Cavs. The Cavs. And frick, who's probably Washington. Washington.
Trash.
No.
You're probably thinking I don't know, the Heat?
I don't know. I had it and then I lost it.
Right.
But Memphis.
Bro, could you imagine a Memphis versus Cavs finals? Would that not be the most like nobody would have expected?
Yeah, that would be
They're
crazy.
both young teams, like that would be a battle.
Mm-hmm. Like with how it went a few years ago with the Heat making it there, like anything can happen with the finals.
The East, especially the East, looks wide open this year because so much injuries, like, and there's a lot of teams who look like they can push for it.
It almost seems like a throwaway season for like a big number of some of these guys.
I mean, like the Nets for sure. I would consider the Nets my favorite to make it at the beginning of the season. Now I don't even really consider them a contender right now, just because like, especially the James Harden drama, and then KD having to carry everybody, like he's injury prone, and then Kyrie can only play like half the games. That's just set up for a disaster, man. It's just not gonna work.
It's just I don't even know how well it was like gonna work to begin with. Like it was just.
I mean, it looked nice last year, and then I mean they're beating the Bucks until Kyrie and Harden both got injured. So like, it's capable of winning, but at the same time, I know what you mean because it is a lot of. It's hard to distribute.
It's just overkill. It seems like
you'd almost rather have like just a great defender instead of like swap one of them for an amazing defender. So that's why some people think Ben Simmons would be better than Harden. I don't know if I agree with that, but I've seen people say that take just because Simmons is a lockdown defender. And can play pretty much 1 through 5 and guard
him and
1 through
KD.
5.
Yeah. They scoring is taken care of. There they balance each other out.
And Simmons is still a good playmaker, so like he's not as good of a playmaker as Harden, but at least you make up for some of it with him, and you get good defense.
And you gain defense.
Yep. So
that
it
would
could be interesting. It might be something the Nets should look into. They probably
I
are.
definitely would if I were the Nets.
Yeah. But I was gonna say I low key think the finals is gonna be the exact same as last year.
Think so?
I think it's gonna be Suns Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, it could be anybody. I think the Warriors have a very strong shot too.
Yeah. Especially if Steph starts playing better.
Steph, if he brings it back, the thing is they've had a lot of random injuries. Like we have not seen them like with Draymond hasn't played since Clay's been back. Like we have to see how they look with the whole team because that's where they might be scary. But at the same time, it can maybe mess up their rhythm too if they have an injured player come back at the last second. Like so we just have to see how they all mesh. Because they could very well just murder every team.
Yeah.
Like it's 2015.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I just think the Suns are just kind of goated right now.
They're just balling, dude.
The Bucks are just also pretty nice, dude. Yeah. I was watching the Bucks play the other day, and I just forgot how much I like watching them play, man.
They just
Drew Holiday is such a dog, man.
Dude, they're just such smart hoopers.
They are, dude. They all can shoot too. Like Giannis even popped like 4 threes against us.
Oh, dude, Giannis has been shooting. Like
I know.
It's scary.
Well, I heard people were calling they're saying this season Giannis. The reason some of his numbers haven't improved that much, but people are saying almost looks like he's purposely not even playing to his fullest in terms of attacking the rim. It looks like he's settling for jumpers a lot more when he knows he could get to the rim just to practice. I know that might just be a theory, but it kind of looks like it.
I definitely feel like I've seen a lot less Giannis poster highlights and stuff like that.
I think he's just knows he can do it on anybody. I think he's saving that for the playoffs. I think in the meantime, it's if we're gonna be beating teams anyways, might as well start shooting threes, you know?
Yeah.
And he shot 6 against the Blazers, hit 4 of them. So I mean,
get some points, dude. Get
those reps in, you know?
Yeah.
No, I mess with that.
I low-key think it's just going to be a repeat. And last year I was cheering for the Bucks because I really wanted Giannis to win a ring.
Yeah.
This year, though, if it happens again, I'm cheering for the Suns because I want Chris Paul to win a ring. So
Dude,
it's tough.
Yeah,
Either way,
I
though.
feel you.
But that's if it happens. For all we know, it could be like Warriors versus Heat or something.
It could be.
Or Memphis Cavs, dude.
Memphis Cavs,
I
dog.
honestly think that'd be one of the most fun series to watch because both teams' best players are not older than like 23. So like, it would just be a battle.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
So we'll see. I mean,
We'll see.
We're on the latter half of the season. We got the All-Star game coming up.
Yeah.
Which
Ooh.
we definitely got to go watch that.
We're
I think we've watched the All-Star
tradition.
game together like every year since we were like 15.
Yep,
Probably.
we have, and we will continue to do
Yes.
so until there is no more All-Star games.
Facts.
So, well,
Yeah.
that's about all
it.
we got for you, folks.
Yeah. You can probably tell this one wasn't like, this was kind of a last minute one, but
Yeah.
it's still fun. You know?
Yeah, there's some crazy NBA stuff that happened like real instantly with the trades and
Yeah.
stuff.
So,
So
it's, you know, didn't have time to get notes ready and whatnot. So it's
No, but do we ever?
True. We haven't had notes for like
We
the
haven't
last
had notes.
15 episodes. What am I talking about?
Man, come on. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching if you did.
Yep.
We'll see probably
know,
maybe kind of soon. I don't know.
If James Harden's traded to the Sixers with some crazy stuff.
Yeah, if
Oh,
something
so
like
happens.
Buko happens, like
we'll hop right on the couch.
In a week or two again. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe this week.
this will be a short one, so we'll edit this real quick and then get it out to you pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll get this one. We'll get this one out
We'll
fast.
bust it out.
This one will be out.
It'll be a quick
Don't
buzz.
worry. Hopefully this one doesn't like age poorly and where a bunch of stuff happens.
Yeah.
Like after, you know, like
Yeah.
and we already released.
Yeah, we got to get on this one.
We'll get on this one.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get on
yeah.
this one.
Alrighty.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.